Hello. So this is the week 7 update. Um, Nothing massively different from last week. Just very subtle changes in my appetite. Not able to eat as big portions as I used to do. Less hungry in general. I only have a very small lunch now. Smallish tea, evening meal, dinner, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, nothing huge. I've had my next dose delivered, so I'm moving up to the 5 milligram next week. So that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to that because, like I said, I've not had um, any increase in the medication since I started the Wegovy 2.5. Because then I went on to the Mounjaro 5, which is the equivalent to the Wegovy 2.5. So, yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward to seeing if I can shift any extra weight and, yeah, I've not weighed myself again. Weighed myself towards the end of week 6 and I'd lost £9. Yeah, I don't feel like I've put anything on or, my clothes are getting looser, which is nice, I suppose. um, I suppose I'll feel more content when I start seeing larger amounts coming off. How hard is it to lose £9 really? You know, it's keeping it off and it's kind of keeping the momentum going over a long period of time. That's the trick with me. Yeah. Hi guys. So it's week 7. Nothing new to report. Just the same at the minute. I'm just kind of plodding through the rest of the week, just waiting for Saturday when I can have my next injection because I go up a dose. So I'm hoping that I'll see more effects. So fingers crossed. In terms of kind of looking forward to, further down the line when I've been on the injections for a while. I've had a lot of questions from people about, how long can you stay on them for and what are you going to do when you come off them? Because obviously, there is a time restriction on them. You can't be on them for life, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm just still finding my feet with it all. But obviously, there's a big. It's important for people to understand that it's not just a quick fix, and you go on the injections for a while, and then that's it. You stop, and you're fine. There's a lot of work to be done around changing your relationship with food and instilling long-term habits, good habits. And learning a lot of lessons, and undoing a lot of thought patterns and a lot of unhelpful ways of eating. So yeah, so that is something I'm going to be looking at and focusing on as I move forward with the doses. And I do want to get to a point where I feel well enough that I'm able to start building exercise into my daily life, and forming long-term habits that are going to help me from putting the weight back on. So that is something that I have got an awareness of, and I don't want people to think that, I'm just viewing it as a vanity project, or something that is that I'm viewing as a quick fix, because I'm not. This is a really valuable tool, but it's only a tool in a massive picture of things that kind of all need to come together to kind of form a different way of living. So yeah, I will be hopefully adding in more content about what I'm eating, um, what I'm doing physically, those kinds of things. But at the moment, I'm just kind of finding my feet on the injection, trying to get a couple of stone off to hopefully start feeling well again. Because I've definitely felt it the past year or so. My weight has definitely changed how I feel physically, and yeah, that needs to be sorted. So that's the first job, I think. Okay, I think that's everything really. Like I say, no new side effects, nothing different. Not going to feel much different now, am I, after being on this dose for 7 weeks? Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye. Hi guys. It's the end of week 7, so weighed myself today just to get a bit of an update for myself, and I'm still at £9, so I've not lost any more, but I've not put any on. I was expecting it, to be honest, because I wasn't feeling much difference from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. So yeah, a bit disappointed, but it is what it is. Going on to the 5 milligram tomorrow, so yeah. One thing that I did think of that I'd not mentioned before, and I suppose it's not really occurred to me. I've not been conscious of it, but I've noticed that when I'm eating, so I'll eat a meal, and then I'll feel like I've had enough to eat. It's not as much as I used to eat, but then about half an hour later, I'll feel really full. So it's taking about half an hour for my body to kind of feel like it's had a really decent meal. It's weird. So yeah, so I've eaten something this morning, and then and it wasn't like a massive meal, but I'd got to the end of it and thought, yeah, I'm not going to have any more to eat. I've had enough. But then about half an hour later, I thought, oh God, I shouldn't have eaten all that. It's weird. So I'm going to be more conscious of that going forward, because obviously if that's the case, then I can be a bit more conservative with what I'm eating there and then. And then I know in about half an hour's time, I'm still going to feel like I've had something decent to eat. So that's interesting. But apart from that, nothing else. I had a bit of heartburn again, but nothing major. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.